Yes, everybody children, welcome back to our science class. Yes, okay. What we discussed yesterday, can you tell me? Yeah, yes. We discussed yesterday about the topic uses of water. Okay, in the topic we discussed that there are some common uses of water and some unique uses of water. So by that we can say that water is a very important thing in our regular life. Yes? Yes. Okay. Now you can tell me where does the water get from? Okay, where does the water get from? Yes, we get water from so many places like lakes, rivers, and oceans. Yes, and wells. Right? Yes, these are the some water. These are the some sources of water. We are getting water from these places. Yes. Okay, and today's our topic is also that only water sources. Water sources. Yes, and today's keywords are surface water, groundwater, and sources. These are the keywords for today: surface water, groundwater, and sources. Okay, children. Just now only we discussed that we are getting water from these different places. Yes, we are getting water from these different places, and some of the sources are called surface water, surface water. And some of the sources are called groundwater. Okay, these are the two different types of sources of our water. Okay, and now we discuss that the surface water and the groundwater. Okay, surface water and groundwater. These are the two types of water sources. Okay, these are the two types of water sources. Surface water is nothing but in the surface water, the water can flow on the surface of the earth. For example, lakes, rivers, and oceans. These are the some examples of surface water. If you can see that rivers and lakes, the water can flow on the surface. Okay, so that type of sources are called surface water. And for example, lakes, rivers, and oceans. So many are there. Okay, oceans. And here you can see that groundwater. Okay, and the one more is the groundwater. Okay, ground means underground. Okay, ground means underground only. Right? Already you know that ground is a underground. And groundwater mostly depends on the rain only. Okay, groundwater mostly depends on the rain. When rain falls on the ground, if you can see that when rain falls on the ground, the water seeps through the rocks and sand like that, and it can go through that and it can settle down under the ground. Okay, the rainwater can settle down under the ground. This water is called as the groundwater. Okay. For example, so many groundwater sources are there. For example, tube wells and wells. These are some examples of groundwater sources. Okay, children, this is the difference between the surface water and the groundwater. Okay, now you can tell me, are these both sources are important or not? Yes, both the surface and the groundwater sources both are important for us because these both sources are both sources are giving water for us for our regular needs. Yes, in most of the cities we can see that in most of the cities water in homes comes from the surface water like rivers and lakes. But in some places if there is no rivers and lakes means the people depend on the groundwater sources. Okay, the people depend on the groundwater sources. The groundwater can be pulled by some machines. Okay, the groundwater can be pulled by some machines like tube wells. Okay, tube wells and pumps also. Okay, and nowadays so many people are using that hand pumps also to get the groundwater. Okay, but directly we cannot drink that surface water. Yes, because the surface water may be very dirty and they are unfit for use. After the cleaning that water only we can drink the surface water. Okay, this is the difference between the surface water and the groundwater. Okay, children, and one more reason, that is oceans. Lakes and rivers already we discussed that. Now we can see the oceans or sea water. Okay, now you can tell me, can you use the sea water for the regular needs? Is it possible to use the sea water for our regular needs? No, because sea water has a lot of salt. Okay, because sea water has a lot of salt in it. These salt water, if you can taste the salt water, if you can taste that the sea water, it will be very salty to taste also. And the salt also spoil the clothes and dishes. If you wash the dishes or clothes with that salt water, it may spoil your clothes and dishes also. So we can say that seawater is not fit for our regular needs. But now, but in the so many countries, the salt can be removed from the sea water by a process called desiltation. Okay. This is the process that the desalination, the process that the salt can be removed from the sea water. Okay, and then we can say that we can now for further days we can use that sea water also for our regular needs. But it is very expensive. But the desalination process is very expensive. Okay, so we can say that surface water and groundwater is a very important sources of water. Okay, children.
Children, now you can open your content book. Sources of water. The two main sources of water are surface water and groundwater. Surface water. Surface water is water on the top of the ground. Rivers, lakes, and ponds are sources of water. Water in oceans and seas is surface water too. Groundwater. Groundwater is water that is under the ground. Rainwater soaks into the ground. The water goes through the soil, sand, and rocks and gets stored under the ground. We can use groundwater by taking it out through wells and water pumps. Deserts have no water bodies. Sometimes a small water body is found in deserts. It is surrounded by few trees. This is called an oasis. Here you can see the surface water. For example, here you can see the images of surface water. Some river is there. Yes, that is an example of surface water. Here you can see the another images of a hand pump. That is a groundwater source. Okay, hand pump is a example of groundwater source. Here you can see the image of an oasis. Yes, image of oasis. And here you can see the water table. Okay, rainwater gets soaked into the ground to make groundwater. Okay, children, now you can open your volume as to water sources. You can see the first question. Match the name of water bodies to their definitions. Okay, you have to match the water bodies with their definitions. See the first one. A large stream of water that flows across a land and usually empties into a lake, an ocean, or another river. Okay, see that second one. The largest body of water in the world. See the third one. A small water body in the desert. And next one, water under the ground, a hand pump pulls it up. Fifth one, water on the surface of the earth. Okay, you have to match there with the with that water bodies: ocean, groundwater, surface water, river, and oasis. Now you can see the second question. Color the water sources in the picture. You have to color the water sources in the picture, and here you have to write that names also. You have to list out the local water surfaces sources that you can see in the picture. Now see the third question. Compare surface water and groundwater. You have to compare the both the surface water and groundwater. Okay children? Yes, you can read the content book and complete the volume. Okay, thank you children.